Well, when we did the thing for the school, me and Dana was in separate rooms. It's kind of hard.
It gives you like a more professional feel. You know what I mean?
So is my background.
You got the I am positive one joint on here. That's right. That's the office. What you mean? That's work.
It's professional. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely professional.
Well, when we did the thing for the school, me and Dana was in separate rooms. It's kind of hard.
It gives you like a more. Oh, what's going on?
All right. Did you do that, Mark?
Wait, what happened?
You got the I am positive one joint on here. That's right. Start playing audio playing back.
Playback. You're professional. You know what I'm saying?
You hear playback?
Definitely professional. Yeah.
That didn't end it?
It ended now.
Okay. All right, we live. So, all right, y'all. Little different of a flavor for us.
Yeah.
We here with the live broadcast, P1 Reality Check podcast in full effect, live on our YouTube. So shout out to all the people who are listening and joining us and all that good stuff. And as always, I am your man, your boy, Mark Fresh.
And me, I am P1 Lee, Will True Speaker, Love Ambassador. Maya is in the building. NC for real this time.
Yes.
We're here now. We're here. I'm glad you here yourself now. So now I can really go down. You know what I'm saying? If it needs to. We ain't looking for it. We just let it know this where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, Maya?
Hey y'all, it's Maya here.
Okay. That's the one right there. You know, it's your boy YNM John Doe, Positive One Clothing on my body. You know, what happened in my neighborhood out, new album on the way. You know, we always working. P1 things.
And I guess it's Dominique the artist. That's all I got for y'all today.
Did you say I guess? It's Dominique the artist?
Did you say I guess?
It's Dominique the artist. Or from Jersey, North Carolina.
Man, like, no energy today. Jeez.
I'm sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Dominique, like it's dinner time.
I'm like, just eating. Okay, that's what we doing now. All right, cool. All right.
She's like, I'm gonna keep this all the way funky.
Yeah, right. You know, it's like, hey, that's what we do, right?
No,
if it ain't real, it ain't right. You know?
Right. This is what we do. But yeah, another episode. Crew, we here.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? As always, we like to kind of start things off on the positive tip because we are the P1 crew. So, you know, we got the what's good. Does anybody want to get started?
I'll go first.
There you go.
This has been good for the past several weeks. Every Saturday, me and the kids been going to track meets. Been dominating. I mean, when I say dominating, I mean dominating. You know, no losses, bro. Like no losses. You know what I mean? Like to the point where we get in the first heat every time. You know what I'm saying? Because we know, like, look, we want only the best. And then other parents be putting their kids in the other heat so they got race against my kids. You know what I'm saying? But we take on challengers. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look.
Wow.
Hey, look. I am what's the dude? I'm like Richard King out at the track right now, cuz you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Rich Williams, Rich Williams. I'm at the track. I only gotta say nothing now. You know, they know my name. Bro. You know
Yeah.
They know my name.
Exactly how it goes too.
Like, yo.
What's up?
So that's what's good for me. I'm out here walking with my chest out, bro.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. Anybody want to go next?
I'll go ahead. Go next. Oh, go ahead. All
right, my what's good is I started therapy. That's my what's good.
That's what's up.
For me? Okay, I didn't think I heard me.
Congratulations. Yes.
I guess.
Cabbage Patch.
Facts.
The cabbage.
What?
I mean, if that's what you want to do, do
That's what's up.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
Oh. All right, John.
All right, well, me, this weekend, man, with the boys at 1X Studios, man, Charlotte, North Carolina, we tore it down, video shoot on my Genius campaign. It was like, the rush. It was beautiful, man. We got like 3 videos done in 2 hours and a photo shoot and interviews.
Yeah.
Like, we came and just like dominated the whole 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? It was very efficient and everybody understood the assignment, man. And we got a lot of new music on the way, man. The Connection Volume 1 on the way. That's what's good. Yes, sir.
That was super dope, though.
Yeah, that was lit.
It was.
It was definitely a good time. Definitely enjoyed that. All right, Mari, you
All
want
right.
me to? All right, good.
Okay. My what's good is that we're back here.
Oh.
I missed you guys. I learned a lot from this podcast, so I be needing it,
That's what's up.
All right.
All right, and mine is I got one more payment on a medical bill, and it just feels so good.
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I can actually knock this out early. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Medical bills, boy.
All
Boy.
right, man, bro. That's the only thing get me on that story, boy.
Me, I got a pile.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the crazy thing about medical bills is it's like they keep coming. It's like you thought you was done, and
right, and then there's another one from somewhere else, right? Exactly.
Wait a second, you didn't bill me with them? Like y'all was all in the same room together. What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened? Y'all got different accountants? You know what I'm saying? Like, why I got 3 different bills? All 3 of y'all was in the room together having conversations.
Wow.
And now I'm just like separate bills. It's ridiculous. I'm like, this is crazy.
And when you in there, like they got the little thing like you at Publix or something like that, right? They
scanning your arm.
That's crazy, man.
Yes. They definitely do good at making you feel like a number.
Right. Right. They are excellent at it, yo. Like every time Dana was in the after her after the baby and stuff like that, every time they came in, they let me see your tag. I'm like, good God, medicine did it. It was crazy. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get up out of here. This is a business, bro.
Yeah. There's no way to get away from that.
No, it's like, bro, it's a business. They're like, you want some of this? Do we need it? No, bro. Because they be acting like they don't be saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they just give it. Oh, you need? Oh, no problem. We get these. Oh, you want some more of these crutches? Okay. You look at that bill. Crutches, everything, all on that bill, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. When you go to the hospital, read the menu.
Everything, bro.
The prices. Do not just agree. Every little thing they do. Oh, that medicine, wait, how much is that?
Tylenol will be $80 in that joint. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Give me the generic.
Yeah.
I don't need the good stuff. Just give me the generic.
Yeah.
It's insane how it works.
That's a whole nother show right there.
That is a whole nother show, but
yeah.
That's what's up. So, it is a lot. One thing about creating content online, if you strictly go by like what's trending, you will always have work because it just is a nonstop flood of things that you could literally pick from. But we're going to start with the 9-year-old boy who decided it'd be a good idea to go on his, now, let me back up. The 9-year-old white boy, just to clarify the people. Certain things you just have to say. And he goes on his neighbor's front porch, bangs on the door with a whip, looking for their 9-year-old daughter. I mean, who wants to start? It's just like, what?
Where he get the whip from?
Do they even sell whips? I didn't even know they even sold them.
That had to be passed down.
It's like
because I never saw a whip before, like ever.
Where did you get the whip from? That is an extremely important question, right?
Like, all right, first of all, let me
the fact that you have one shows that his family is racist. The fact that they have one even shows.
Yeah, but wait a minute. First of all, let's get what everybody's question is. Where
it wasn't a belt
from, right? That's the first question, right? Where you get the whip from? Has anybody seen a whip anywhere outside in the regular store that a 9-year-old go to? Anywhere?
No.
Have you seen them on Halloween? Have you seen them on Halloween?
Except on TV. In movies.
Yeah, it's like 50 Shades of Grey type stuff. That's
like you maybe at the sex store, maybe.
That's it.
But that kind of whip wasn't a sex kind of whip, though.
Walmart don't sell whips.
That was like a horse whip.
Yeah, yes. Yes. Yeah.
That was the thing they train horses with.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the first question right there. Is like, cause I don't know, I don't know people's houses and stuff like that. But I don't really think I know many people got whips like that.
Out of all things, why did he choose a whip to pull up to the girl's house?
So yeah, how did he even know to get a whip? And he's only 9.
Yeah, keep putting with this question. This is where it was going places. Because
wow.
I mean, you start thinking that, but that just says everything because the little boy is just a vessel, right? He's just a vessel. So it doesn't matter where the whip really, that's just a question just randomly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact is, like, he had a whip and he went to another door and hit the door like that. So something is going on in that house and it ain't like it ain't black history.
Right. That part. It's like, what did he actually think would happen? Like the little girl was gonna come out and then what? Like he just thought he was gonna sit there
and beat her.
I was gonna start beating her.
That's why I give him no accountability for that.
Right.
Just like any of our boys that we deal with and stuff like that, any of the stuff, I don't give him no accountability at all. Yeah. At this space for that action.
Right.
Because he doesn't know.
Yeah, he has no clue.
He's only doing something that he has seen.
Right.
Right.
Which is further supported by the way his father reacted when the dad comes over just to talk about the incident.
Right.
Like, now you upset.
He was so upset.
And the question is why, right? Because he didn't want to admit what? That he was wrong?
That he was racist. I ain't even
saying racist. I ain't even saying racist right now. You know what I mean? He just didn't want to admit that he was wrong. He showed him the video.
Right.
Hey, bro, this is your kid doing this. Can we talk about this with your kid? Right. But it burned him up so bad on the inside that he couldn't even say, okay, yes, my kid was wrong in front of someone else. And now, like I said, I ain't even going to the racist part yet. I'm just saying in front of anybody right now. He couldn't admit that, especially to the black man.
Right.
That just beating that.
And he went further with a gun.
Yeah.
This is the door.
Yeah, I'm about to say he went further and pulled out the gun.
Right.
Thanks, sir.
And then he don't even know how to use it.
Right.
Tell me when he picked it up, let a shot off.
Bro, almost shot his damn daughter.
Almost shot his kid. So not only that, you don't even know how to use the piece. I mean,
wow. I ain't even seen that.
And that's why he got arrested.
Yeah, like you don't know what kind of gun you have. You got the Glock. You got to understand that trigger is different.
Oh, he did get arrested.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got arrested for that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you can't just shoot a gun for no reason, even if it's a mistake.
Okay.
You know.
Come on, buddy. Yeah. Look, it's probably why I don't got no guns, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I be saying. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
But there has been so many like white people like showing their
true colors.
Basically showing themselves. Like it's been a lot of stories of people just wilding out, being racist, like blatantly racist and not caring. So I don't know what the shift has been, because at first it was like this after Donald Trump. It was kind of like that, but it had kind of calmed down, and now it's like getting really bad again. So I don't know what that's about. That's crazy.
It never went anywhere.
I guess, yeah, you're right. You're right. It never went anywhere.
Never went anywhere. It just, they just figure out times to insert it and take it out. The same things is going on. They just haven't brought attention to it. Because the thing is, if we didn't see the viral thing, because first of all, they can control what goes viral, really, I believe, truly.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? They can control what goes viral. They let one bubble up now. They allowed it to bubble up, okay? If they allowed that to happen. I mean, look, as long as we've been doing this show, right, when we talk about topics like this, right, like they know there's going to be a lot of reaction. They know there's going to be protests. They know there's going to be some Black Lives Matter. They know they have to. This is the playbook. They know the playbook now. So this is time where they put this out here. So now we're shifting from when was COVID? It's about to come. It's bubbling back up again. And you know what I'm saying? Like those things, they just keep these things going on in the news to keep our attention. But like this one, like this right here is something that is, notice how they all come in like kind of bunches and then it stops off, right? Mm-hmm. Just like, and then start understanding every time we've had one of these, it's the same playbook.
Same.
And as you get older, you'll start seeing it like it's more and more and more. Like Rodney King in 91, they're the same playbook. It's the same one, you know? The egregious thing happens. Time goes by. I mean, it's big outrage for a month. Time goes by. He either gets convicted or not. If they don't, riots happen. Time goes by. They post NFL racism on the field.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we go to, and we're like, okay, well, they're doing something. Even they show us at the Super Bowl. Okay, that's cool. We all hype about that too, blah, blah. But wow, nothing has changed.
Yep.
So why would the behavior of the white man change? And he never had no consequence for it.
Never.
Right.
He knows his deceptive behavior. He knows his buddies are in the police. His buddies are, judges. His buddies are sheriffs. It's riddled.
Yeah.
They take the chance. They don't care. That's why a white man comes to the door with a gun knowing his son was wrong. Mm-hmm. A black man would have never did that.
Never.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And most likely we would acknowledge what our kid has done. Mm-hmm. That's just one of our cultural norms.
And we'll handle it too.
That's why it's so hard for you.
Handle it real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other person will know that, thank you very much.
Right.
I appreciate it. We'll come over and apologize later. Right now, and the other person understand, like, all right, I got you. I just want to let you know, bro. And I handle you and take care of that business for you. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. I got something to deal right now.
Facts.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, bro, thank you, a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get over there with it. Go get it. Go get that whip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, like, but when like you have never had to have that kind of integrity as a person in yourself, you can't give it to your son, because that means you have to look at yourself.
Yeah.
And we know as parents, right? Everything that come out our son is a reflection of us.
Big facts.
All of it. All of it. Especially if you live with them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth.
It's like you telling me somebody outside your house gonna have more influence than you, and you with them every day?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep.
But it's that accountability piece, man.
Yeah, most parents struggle with just acknowledging that, and then to top it off, when you start to bring race into play, and the fact that like you were saying before, you don't want to look a certain way, it just makes it crazy, and that's what begins to normalize the behavior. The fact that you can't acknowledge it's wrong, and not just the person doing it, but other people in their environment, other people on the block have to be able to say, nah, we can't do that. And that's why, even when you get into, to segue into, our next one where you have the Buffalo, New York shooting, it's that sort of micro behavior that gets accepted. And then it makes, because think about it. The kid who did the Buffalo thing, he's 18.
Right.
So that kid is 9.
Yeah.
The irony in the numbers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like now you have that going on, and you like that micro behavior when that's accepted and nobody makes a big deal, like that's,
being taught.
He's being a bad kid. He goes up to play Fortnite with real lives.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what's crazy about this.
Yeah, the accountability, like when white kids do stuff like that, obviously they talk mental health, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, how can you expect somebody to feel like he needs to be accountable, but he's never been held accountable in his life? Ever. By his parents. So if my mom and dad, if every situation happens and I go to somebody's door and hit a whip, and every situation happens like that in my life, and somebody comes to tell my dad and he defends me so much to the fact I go get a gun, so much to the fact that I can go get a gun to defend my son for being wrong. Like, what kind of empowerment are you giving your kid for that? Like, well, if my daddy ain't saying nothing about it, I can do whatever I need to.
Yeah.
Any point.
I think a lot of like white people who are seriously racist are kind of upset that more people are being more accepting to like the times and like Black people. Cause like if you go on TikTok, I follow them. A lot of white men, mostly white men, speaking out on like the BS that white people are doing and like the way that they think. And I think that people who are, really racist are learning that they really have to teach their kids, like the young ones, because they don't want to lose this power that they have. So I think that's why, it's been happening, but I think they're really scared right now, for real.
Definitely.
Yeah. The census came out. The 2020 census came out. And as predicted, white people dropped even more in population. And everyone else either stayed the same or grew. So, but white people significantly dropped the past 10 years. So when you think of the power structure and the powers that be, they're mostly who? White men. But the bigger view of it is that, you can't create, like white people, they can only create white with themselves. So if you infuse any other color, that breed species is gone. Black, we can breed with anything and we can make all kinds of colors. Two really dark skinned people can make a white person, an albino.
Absolutely.
So that's like white is a recessive gene. So it repels from the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is black? We don't get sunburn. We embrace the sun. You know what I mean? So the recessive gene can't survive unless it breeds upon itself. Because if it mixes anything else, the color comes in now. So now the white male, if it doesn't preserve its woman, then the white male will eventually be extinct. But they know these things because they know the numbers. And we know
they do.
In the whole scheme of things, right? Just think about it, right? Who and what, I ain't gonna give a color, but it's who and what gender and sex and race has never been held accountable in history.
Oh, white man, easy.
Yeah.
So if they've never been held accountable and they're driving everything, they know these things are happening.
They created a whole system.
They made the system.
You know, they protected themselves with laws.
Mm-hmm.
They protected themselves with Constitution and the way they interpret it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And how the law works. Everything is about interpretation, mm-hmm. which that obviously allows bias. You know what I'm saying? All these things allows you to be subjective, whatever you want to call it. It allows for all these things in the thought process of making a decision. So now if you have this fear, like Lee was talking about, and you're making the decisions and the laws, that's why you have a white boy who can kill 10 people at a grocery store.
Rest in peace, man. Wow.
Exactly. How sad. Killed 10 people in a grocery store and
that was crazy.
5 it is insane.
And then plead not guilty.
Like, how could you not be guilty?
And record it.
Oh yeah, he
recorded it live on Twitch.
Wow.
Like the oldest lady that I believe was like 86 or something like that. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, he just got out of the car popping.
Yeah, he just got out the car. As soon as he got out the car, man, it was just
like 5 of the ladies in their 60s.
Yeah.
3 of them in their 70s. Men in their 60s and
and then he got to the white man. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
And then
didn't shoot him.
Yeah. Because I'm telling you, like, it's a code. Just how, like, just anybody, John, I don't know how about the women, but I know the men. If like we're in any space, like, and you're in any space, Mark can vouch, you see another black man that got the vibe, you always like, what up, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and you always know that person though, right?
Right.
They have that connection, but it's even more here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they see each other, it would be like, and so they do things, you know. So it will be like me being the chief of police, Mark being the mayor, and John, you got in a little bit of trouble, and it might have been your fault. You ain't gonna see the inside of the jail,
right?
I don't care what you did. We'll spend it off for something.
Yeah.
Easy.
They can't afford the image. They can't afford it to look like that. They scared. No, we can't look like criminals ever.
Ever.
We have to look like the best and the top. And literally, everybody is brainwashed, especially when you come to America. All races are brainwashed. It's instant. It's like once you come across get off the boat, you are instantly brainwashed to believe that white is better.
Yeah.
And in a lot of places it exists in England and Europe, places like that too. But in America is just such a melting pot where it's like, it's instant. White is better.
And it's shown by all the things that they have. Yep. So they can prove it to you by the things they have, I'm better. So like when you see it, you're like, wow, maybe their way is better. But not realizing that their way is oppressing an entire underbelly of a culture. And John was talking about it today. I mean, let's just take one business of like a Mickey D's, right? Like that was created by a white family.
Right.
You know, so that family created that, knowing that they're feeding garbage to people, knowing this, but they benefit from all of the franchisees now. Family is like set forever, but how many people have they killed? And then there's no accountability once again.
Right.
Money was there. So there's no incentive ever for the white man to ever like really not do what he wants to because, oh, you know, if I was doing it, I'm already rich now, I'll just like pay a fine.
Yeah.
I got insurance for that anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't losing nothing. Somebody else got a lucky payday, whatever. I'm keeping it moving. That's a bump in the road, bro. So like there's no incentive to have morals. because morals don't work in the world of capitalism.
Right. That's why it's hard for me to like off this
Right.
situation like this, off like the Buffalo shooting, like go straight in the studio and like try to make a song. Like, nah, these real people who lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do that. Like, I'll let it marinate. You know, you might hear something, 3-5 months from now or a year from now or something, but I don't like to capitalize off moments like this, bro. It's like weak to me when people be doing that.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a trend. It's just a trend. It's not really, people neglect that it's an actual thing that happened to somebody. It could have been the supermarket near me or near, anywhere.
And that's what we got to think about, because like when I saw it, when he just got out of the car and the lady was just walking. I just seen me and the kids, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Walking into the grocery, or Dana walking on the Sunday to the grocery store. Minding her business, and boom. Like, she don't even know what hit her, bro.
Yeah.
It was just lights out. It had to be.
And
so, I mean, it's like, understanding that, it's like, and it doesn't matter how graphic that was, though. You know what I mean? Like, we get the shock of it now, and a month from now, the sting just goes away. The visual of it goes away because they'll probably scrub most of the things on the internet, so you can't see it no more.
Right.
They're only allowed to see it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, so they just allowed that for now to do that, because they know they needed the rise of this now. We need this rise real quick. They can show any of these crimes any day of the week in this country. Any day of the week.
Yeah.
So decide to show this one, so we'll have a show about this one, and things will happen. Blah blah. They know how this thing goes, man. And it's like, when are we going to like realize that we're being played here as far as everything that goes on? Like, no life is more important than another. Obviously, I truly believe that, but they decided to show this one because why? Like, besides the one that they didn't show yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
And have you noticed that they barely showed the guy's face who did the shooting? Like, normally any other crime or whatever, you would see down your TL the guy who shot up the grocery store. It's like they kind of trying to protect the guy.
John,
and he did it.
Yeah.
Huh?
What I seen you the other day when I showed you the pictures of the rappers in Atlanta. Mugshots all over the place.
That's what they gonna do to you.
All over the place. Gang. They showed black people talking about gang activity will not go in Atlanta, and then they showed mugshot YM of
YSL,
YFN, and all them.
Yeah, they showed all them people there.
Yep.
This is the playbook, man.
And they did that to Gunna. He was just at the Met Galley. They could have shown his Met Galley picture, but nope.
Right.
Sure enough.
They got to show his man.
He was just at the Met Gala.
Like,
turned himself in a few days later.
He gonna show the mugshot.
They hang you on the strings to show you up to your friends. There you go. Look, we got your boy. We got your boy. Show him in jail. We got your boy. White man, they don't put that out there. We got him. No. He's been taken care of.
He said
sorry
or something.
Huh?
He said sorry or something. Like, I saw someone on Instagram, like somebody said sorry.
Yeah.
Talking about the Buffalo.
I mean,
yeah, he said sorry to the white man. He was in the store about to shoot him and saw that he was a white man. It was like, oh, sorry, and then walked past him.
And like I said, you see this. Go ahead, Mark. You gonna say something?
I was just gonna say, it just always amazes me, and this is where, really, from a reality check standpoint, America has to wake up. If you have a person armed to that extent, and the cops don't light him up,
apprehend him, like, come on, man.
Did you hear about?
You talking about Amadou Diallo had a wallet?
Yeah.
and took like 100-something bullets, yo. Like, it's insane. With a wallet, this dude had a rifle, automatic AR with the gear, everything.
Bro, did you hear the explanation at the interview today?
No.
Look, the reporter asked, she said, why is he still alive? You know, since he had a gun and everything like that. And they said, well, he was well armed. Okay. They said, well, that we did have a shot at him, and one of our offers unloaded like 4 or 5 shots, whatever. One hit him, and he was armored, full armor, so it didn't penetrate. So when he came out, he just immediately put down the gun and we went to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, huh? Like, first of all, how's somebody more armed than the police?
Why did you feel safe? Why would you feel like if
he just murdered 10 people, y'all still feel safe? Yeah.
I feel safe. If he's well, I don't feel safe. He got to go.
He just killed 10 people. Ain't like he walking around the corner. I'm capping. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I see him, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This dude just did.
Yeah, bro. I'm capping. As soon as he come around the corner, bro.
Soon as he come around the corner, it's like brat, brat, brat.
Yeah. But like this the big concept though that we gotta understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if we have to understand the bigger concept of like everything on this says there's a problem. The gun holster said nigger on it. They had the number 14 on the jump. He caps people of color, goes in, looks at the white person, says, oops, sorry, like he just bumped into him.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can't tell me he was mentally ill.
No, you can't say that.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Exactly.
So, but I have no idea. I don't even watch the excuses now. You know what I'm saying? I don't, because I don't even want to put myself through that. Because there will be people who try to justify this behavior, and that's why I go back to the beginning. There has never been any accountability for the white man and his actions.
All righty.
Oh, it's sad.
That was a lot.
It's definitely heavy.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
But it's never been it, man. And that's why we're doing this. That's why we have these kids. And like when we talk about stuff on this show, like, because I mean, we've had 24 episodes, and most of the stuff has been on Black history and understanding the things that have happened in the past, right? The things that happened to Frederick Douglass, all of these things, these white men did in their with no accountability at all. And their daddies had no accountability. The daddy's daddy had no accountability. The daddy's daddy had no accountability. And the daddy's daddy was slave owners. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They've always owned things. So once you get that mindset of this privilege of a kid being brought and birthed into that, and there has been no interruption in that thinking ever. We never taught anything in schools about it. We don't do anything about it. We lie about the history in school. So why would they feel like there would be any need to respect or humanize anyone other than a white person?
I have a question.
What's that?
Before the white men came to America, when they discovered it, were they rich like in Europe?
No, they were sent, like they were come with like maybe one or two, you know, a few like people of higher class, but most of the people that was sent over here were people of poverty. It was England's worst. And they guaranteed them like, yo, you can have your own land over there, you know, and they can have their own religious freedoms. So they gave them this land to manipulate how they needed.
So they like sent the criminals basically over, like
yes. And then they sent like, and think about this now, of the ego of the white man, right? Because they were over there getting more land, because they if you ever seen Pocahontas, how they talk about, we're gonna go kill these Indians when they're loading the boat, right? Because they were promised land, right? And what is it called? The promised land.
Mm-hmm.
They promised them land if they went over and they cleared land and they got rid of any enemies, a criminal or whatever. So they knew like, yo, these Indians getting away, and which is really black people, That's another story. But then this is what it is. I mean, and when you go back to the history, like their entire plan was to annihilate and take over the land, and here we are still. So, like they did that, and they did that. Now they gave poor and the worst of the worst land and money, and and they allowed it, and so much to the point where in 1776, these same people say, you know what, we don't even want to deal with y'all no more.
Mm-hmm.
And they fought and they beat us, so they didn't have to deal with them more. And look, think about it. That's like biting the hand that feeds you.
That's when they created taxes.
Well, they was getting taxed because if it's like, yo, I supplied you the military stuff, I supplied you the food, I supplied you for all of these years, so you can build up an economy over there and rule over there like I want you to.
Mm-hmm.
And now you ain't trying to pay me. So England said we got to come see about that. So
been around forever.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But
church, you know, you always, every capacity, you pay a little bit to help the church or to help the government, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing that for forever.
Exactly. But that is the soul of the white people in this country. Yeah. That's the basic what I'm saying. That is their stock that they're coming from in this country, the people that were sent over here to establish the colonies, etc.
Right. They're takers. They're all takers. But yeah, so that's a heavy conversation.
Because it's so annoying.
The eye roll was like classic.
heavy conversation, but you know, it's about that time. Y'all ready for the game?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. So as always, at this point in the show, we have what we refer to as the game, where the crew.
What? Oh, that's cool as hell.
You can see it. Everybody can see the screen.
Yep.
I will give a description. I will give a description to the crew, and they of a person, an event, or place. Today we're going to focus on people, and they will decide what race, what gender. Now, hopefully, I didn't make any mistakes to give away anything. But we're gonna see how it rolls. But I think we should be all right. All right. So first up, our person number one. Let's see. They all ready. Here we go. See, I'm trying to get the
slideshow at the top.
Yeah, slideshow right, top right.
Nicks and crannies.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to make sure now this is all messed up. All right, I'm gonna touch that. All right, so yeah, there we go. All right.
Why somebody trying to scam you with an email talking about they from OVO Records?
Oh, really?
Keep going.
All right. So this person created a mobile software program that made this person an honorary presidential scholar. This person also created an algorithm that powers Uber, Instagram, and Snapchat to this day. Based off of this information, if you had to guess.
White woman.
What race?
White woman.
White man.
Black man.
Dominique says Dominique, you said first, what race is the woman?
White.
White woman. Okay, I think I heard John next.
White man.
White man. Okay. Maya. Lee.
Black man.
Black man for Lee.
I don't know. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm just go with Asian.
Because the algorithm.
I don't know. I mean, you're supposed to go with your gut, right? What you would normally think.
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So Asian female, male?
We'll say male.
All right, Asian male. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Pretty sure I won this one.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
I must not have.
Black
Man,
man. Oh,
Oh, bro, I'm doing it right now, cuz.
black
who's that?
All right.
He's a black man.
Idris Sandu is in his 20s, and he created this algorithm when he was 17.
Why he
Right.
do that?
Wow.
He began working. Well, he created the software when he was 17, which made him the scholar. And then shortly after that, he went on to create this algorithm. He worked for Instagram. He's worked for Uber, and he is highly sought after. He actually helped Nipsey with the Marathon store.
Mm.
He's done business with Kanye West and a whole bunch of others. I found this one. He hanging out with Rock Nation, Jay-Z. So he's just like
Moving.
biggest cat right
Amazing.
now in Silicon Valley.
Oh, he got bad breath for real, for real.
So yeah. So yes. So Idris Sandu, he's actually born in America. He's from California, but his parents are from Ghana. And the crazy thing about this young man is when he was 10, his father, or actually, I guess, yeah, he was probably 9 at the time it happened. His father took him to Ghana on a trip and left him in a village there by himself. And he had to figure out how to get home back to America. You know,
Wait, what?
Yes, literally, his father, when he was like 9 years old, took him on a trip to Ghana and left him behind in a village. Because they were visiting a village where they have family, and his father left him there, and he had to find, because he's American born.
Yo, that's a life lesson right there.
Right.
That's a life lesson. Anything could have happened to that little boy. He's only 9.
Look at him.
His
That's
dad
the
did
point
it.
right there
That's the
on
point.
screen.
That's the point.
Yes.
What the? Okay.
You gotta know your seed. You gotta know
Yeah.
what you know what I'm saying? You gotta know who you are.
Mhm.
At 9, you want to leave some? Never. Whatever.
It's
You
crazy.
gotta know.
You don't do that to a 9-year-old
Hey, yo,
kid
hey,
in another
hey,
country.
That's why he did it.
He know, but he only do stuff that he know that his son can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Hopefully,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I would know that. Like I would know that right now my son couldn't do it.
He made it back.
Like, and think about what he is now. I mean, this guy,
That's what I'm
I mean, his net worth is in the tens of millions.
He's just like 1 in a million, but that would not happen to no regular 9-year-old, yo. Kid could have died. Something could have happened to the kid.
I mean,
A 9-year-old in Africa somewhere else.
But what do you think? Africa ain't all just like trees and villages.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying he just left a 9-year-old kid and told him to find his way back to America.
He taught him how to use his brain.
What's going through your mind? Thought that was okay to do? Like, I don't think that's okay to do.
I think it worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
right.
About he figured out how to figure out.
But look, that's what we got to stop doing though, right? Like
babying people.
No. I'm just saying it already
was
happened,
a baby.
right? It already happened, but we'll still try to find out like why he shouldn't have maybe done it, even when it was successful. Like like he's proven that it happened, that this can work. Let's explore that now. You know what I'm saying?
What village he went to?
Say what?
I said, what village he dropped him off at?
I want to know more about it now. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you have a kid, it's like, oh, what shit? You know, I study people like a LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like people like we need to admire these people more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what do you do to create a seed like that? You know what I'm saying? Because think of the influence he's gonna have on kids that sees this kid right now in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? Black kids. That's major, yo.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I mean, but that's just a mindset thing, right? We got to start changing that to be like, yo, like, all right, it may seem crazy. Yes, I think it would be too. I would never think about it. But let's look into it first.
But there also was a time when you had to prove your manhood when you were very young, and you had to go in certain places like in Africa, you had to go and prove it by being alone and surviving, and you had to prove that you could survive so that you could be a true part of the tribe or whatever it was. There's so many cultures that have ways like that, and it's a normal thing.
Mhm.
And again, so and if you like, I'm just so amazed at what this young man has become. The fact that his whole life has just been able to figure things out.
Mhm.
This dude is going to take us to a whole nother level. He's y'all age.
Right.
Like,
Right.
take us to a whole nother level, like just in life, like people like him who just get it early.
Yep.
And that's why, when you think about, yes, his story and what he's been through, some of it you're like, dang, that really stinks. But at the same time, in a selfish way, I'm kind of like, I'm glad it happened. I'm saying, because who knows? Who knows if that doesn't occur? If, again, this dude is powering Uber, Instagram. So who on here doesn't use Uber, Instagram, and Snapchat?
Yep.
Right.
We all use it. We all use those products.
True.
At one point or another. You know what I'm saying? It's major forms of communication, and who knows what else is coming from this dude. He's working with all kinds of people with money. You know what I'm saying? You in rooms with,
and once you're in those circles, it's a wrap.
The Kanye West of the world. You know what I'm saying? People who, it's nothing for them to give you 20 million to go do something.
Yeah.
20 million to somebody who got 1.5 billion. It's like, you put that in perspective, like, these are people, if he's in these type of circles with his ingenuity and genius and intelligence, please, man. And he black.
Yes,
right.
He black.
Exactly. 100%.
Come on. We coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah.
We coming.
I mean, but just the things.
We coming.
Yeah, and at least, and now we have at least the awareness as like black males to be able to like support that people like him. You know what I mean? Like, to like, I mean, I'm not about to go out here and run no banner around, but now that I know about him, like, we see things like that, we can point people in this direction now.
Yes.
For inspiration, etc. Because it was nothing there before.
No.
And it's not entertainment.
Facts.
It's not entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean, remember that show? I mean, it was a couple shows back. I was like, yo, name like one person that's not entertainment, you know what I'm saying? That's a business person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, he could be that Tiger Woods, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just need one.
Say it again.
I said, you just need one.
That's it. That's it. One.
And everything off.
Spectacular. And now it's like, whew, you know what I'm saying? And it's already happening. Think about it. Imagine if this dude created a school.
Right.
In Compton.
And it's coming though. It's coming.
Like, think about the shift that could create. You take all those kids who already into phones and all these different things.
Yep.
They were born with a phone in their hand practically. That was probably the first toy. That's probably one of the first toys kids get now to play with in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Mama phone.
Yep. Get a tablet.
Yep. They parents need to keep them busy, and they just boom.
Yeah. When they infants, mommy like, hey, take mommy phone.
Play with the phone. It's a game on there for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is though, the good thing about being programmed, right, and understanding that people are programmed, we know they have the ability to program them in the right direction too.
Yes.
So maybe he and other people like him can infiltrate some consciousness in these algorithms. Yeah. So we can start putting people on a higher vibration.
Yeah.
So we're not really all the time, like, because I mean, just like this spread negative energy, only reason right now negative energy and all this stuff is working is because negativity and drama sells.
Yes.
Because we have a culture of minds that have been fertile and seeded of all this drama that when it gets planted something, it's like, okay, here goes a next big drama for y'all to really to go after, and we love it. We love it. And it brings money.
Yeah. All right, but yes, so that's any. Idris Sandu. He is somebody to be looked up.
Yeah.
All right. So our next person.
Is that I'd like to say that's one for me. I mean, I love it. The people just hate to see me win. I just love it. Just love it.
Oh, my thing didn't go out of order. Oh, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I think my slides went out of order.
Yeah, I think we saw the guy too.
Yes, it was a black man.
Yeah,
I said it was a black man.
Yeah, it was.
Man.
So yes, but yeah, it was a black man. But
Hey, what?
Second one.
All right, so he's a principal investigator for the Center of Integrative Brain Research at Seattle's Children's Research Institute, and an associate professor in the departments of neurological surgery, pharmacology, and global health at the University of Washington. This person's current research interests include understanding the cellular and molecular mechanisms underlying sleep disturbance and sudden unexpected death, and investigating the anti-seizure properties of ketogenic diet and Dravet syndrome and other genetic epilepsies.
Yo, what?
Nah, I don't even know.
Yo, why they be doing that, yo?
Like, I don't know what that was, but I would have never guessed black.
It's a black man. So
right? I mean, that type of first of all, what is all that?
I don't even
Why do they
understand
make
that. Like,
up words like
it's
that?
like, bro.
Mean.
It's like, bro, who wrote that?
Facts. I mean, that was copy and paste.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm saying though, but why they make that word though?
Dr. Frank Calumet. So he is a brother and a scientist. He's actually like one of the top 100 scientists or black scientists right now. So he's a big deal.
Amazing.
He's a big deal. He's doing some big work in brain research, and when people have seizures and all different things of that nature, he's researching on how to fix those things, because for a lot of people that stuff is crazy, but it's all in how the brain works and the brain waves, and when stuff gets clogged up, it's just kind of crazy and amazing actually how the brain works. You know what I'm saying? And it's so much, a lot of it has to do with waves and energy. It's amazing. Like if you just Google a little bit of it and watch a couple videos on it, it's just like that type of stuff. You'll be like, wow. And then you start thinking about your own brain and how you come up with thoughts and how you remember things, how you recall things to memory and all those things. It's just amazing how it works collectively. The different parts of your brain, what stores it, what causes you to react, what makes you scared, what makes you dream, all these things. Is just, the brain is something else. It's like, how does that happen? Like, and then you're like, dang, this little thing, but that's a lot of that is where they model computers after, and the different ways we communicate now. It's just, it's amazing. But I definitely say, like, Google the brain and watch some of the videos on it, and I think you'll be like, oh snap, that's dope. So, but yeah, but my man is a brother. So again, that's just more us in science figuring things out, especially as we get into all the other stuff that's coming down in our future, like metaverses and all these different things, and brain, all that impacts brain function, because your eyes are focused on something and it's really just tricking your brain and making your brain think something that actually isn't real. So it's like when you put on those like virtual goggles, you think you're falling off of a cliff, but you're really not. That's why the videos are so funny to me when people be walking around the room, they be snuffing somebody.
They're like, yo, like, how many pranks have been played with them jokes with people doing stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure somebody was swinging and hit. They put a brick in front of him or something like that, hit his hand, something like that.
Yep.
People do some cruel stuff like that, man.
Absolutely. But yeah, so all that's pretty dope. So, but yeah, so That's the game. So we got some, our celebration of our Black people continues with, talking about and celebrating, a powerful Black figure in modern day. And that's Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is the first African American female Supreme Court justice. And that to me is just one of the most amazing things, especially to give that Supreme Court a little bit of balance when it comes to the Black people represented on it.
Right.
And just a simple fact of like having somebody who, from what I could tell and what I've read and what I've heard, really has the pulse, and just, reading her story and, how she came up in school, and, she didn't grow up in the hood. I mean, she had two parents in the household. Parents were educated. Her father was a lawyer. Her mother was a principal. You know what I'm saying? But, she still had plenty of Black culture in her. You know what I'm saying? A lot of her experiences were of that. Whereas, she was a high achiever and always got second guessed as a high achiever because she's Black. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Jay-Z song, still nigga, no matter what you do. You know what I'm saying? You could be, the highest in your class. You know what I'm saying? You could go to Harvard. As a matter of fact, when she was in high school and she told her counselor that she wanted to go to Harvard, the counselor did the typical, especially in this era, because she's about 5 years older than me. So that makes her like 52. And the counselor told her, like, when she was like, I want to go to Harvard, she was like, don't set your sights too high. And that's often what you heard. Like, basically, you won't be able to do that. So don't try to get all excited about it, because you're just going to get your heart broken. So many people who were in high school, especially in like the 80s and, the early 90s, oftentimes would hear things like that from guidance counselors, and would immediately want to sort of dampen your light when you start talking about shooting for the stars. You know what I'm saying? And they always wanted to put that doubt in your mind. And it's a very unfortunate thing, but she obviously overcame it because she graduated from Harvard, tops in her class, you know what I'm saying? Became a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Became a judge, and now she's on the Supreme Court. So, she has, a pretty dope story. You know what I'm saying? I think at one point she was even considering being a comedian. And she was, big in debate when she was younger. So that means she's a good speaker and orator, because she was on the debate team and different things like that. So, it's just amazing to see somebody like that, especially with all we go through. And what a lot of people got to understand is the importance of the Supreme Court. Again, that's all our laws. So when you think about, you guys all been hearing about Roe v. Wade, and what is going on with that, and the possibility that could be overturned and now make
ridiculous
illegal, right? But that's the Supreme Court. They make that decision. And for all different, same-sex marriages, all these different things, whatever you support and you believe and you think about, is just important. But the president decides on who gets in. So that's, that's sometimes what's a little bit crazy about how things work and, how things go. But the importance of, when a judge is elected, it can really begin to shift things, because it's a lifetime appointment. So as long as you don't do anything crazy to get thrown off, you don't leave your post until you die or you decide to retire.
Wow.
So you could be like 90.
I didn't know that.
All your faculties about you, you will be a Supreme Court justice at 90. It's a lifetime appointment.
It don't even matter. There's no votes or anything. You just get appointed. I just think that's interesting.
Yep.
And I think it's interesting. Like I'm all about her getting it and everything, but I just think it's interesting. Just like how the whole thing happened. Like Biden, like he literally said that there's going to be we need a Black woman Supreme Court justice, right? It's like, so every other category of person was left out, right? Like, can you do that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But part of it is because there's always and this is why politics is so funny, right? Because you pick and choose, right? So there's a pool of people.
Yeah.
And then whatever the political climate calls for, it's like, okay, we need a black woman. Because and again, everything you read, that's a part of why they say he got elected, but still doesn't negate the importance of it symbolically and then from a legal standpoint, because we know if she lives to be 92 for the next 40 years, she in there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I mean, that's cool though, because it's cool because when I become president after I'm 55, I don't know when, just after I'm 55, like, then I know precedent had already been set. I can say, yo, all right, I'm nominating X, and it's probably gonna be a black dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, shouldn't be no blowback. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm putting a Muslim in here.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yeah.
Muslim, Supreme Court. I don't care.
Exactly. Like, yo, and I'm just gonna play the tape, bro. That's all. I'm gonna play the tape.
Yeah.
I just play the tape. It's like, there you go, man. Look, what you want me to do, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you can't. What he did, why can't I? I'm president. I can. Thank you. That's what I'm pointing.
Leave for president, man.
Yeah. It's happening, man.
Leave for president, man.
He ran. What year did you run?
I did run in 2016. You right,
He ran.
Man, what we need to do to get you on the ballot, man? What up?
I was on the ballot. You know,
on the ballot.
I was on the ballot.
Like in 2016,
that was a year before me, because I would have voted for you. Stop playing with me.
2016, you literally could have voted for Lee for president.
I'm talking about I had just turned 18.
We ain't even joking.
Nope.
Stop playing. I had just turned 18. That was the year I could have voted, and I didn't vote because Trump was running.
Yeah.
I would have voted for Lee.
Yeah.
All you got to do is fill out a form.
Only thing I do is go to the government site, fill out a form, send it in.
Yo.
Go ballot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I did run for president. My 2016 president's campaign was unsuccessful, obviously.
Yo, bro, we going to
leave for president,
office, bro. Stop playing, bro. We get in your office. Say less. We going on the campaign. Me and the kids. All my G's campaign.
Man, look, I'm telling you, it's already gonna happen just cause like, you know, it ain't gonna I ain't gonna have to get elected. They just gonna put me there, but like, yo, might as well now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know when. Just after I'm 55, I just got stuff to do for time. You know what I'm saying? Then I put my sights on that. But I mean, like, I'm just saying though, like they do that, and like I ain't hear no rebuttal from no kind of groups when he said that, yo. Because the political climate was right.
Yeah, it was definitely right.
It was right. And then, like, all that happened, right? It's like a dope deal, the imagery of it and everything. And then it was like, dang. And like I said, I'm having nothing against obvious interracial marriage, because I'm in an interracial marriage. But I'm like, dang, the only one that got a white husband now? Is that ironic that you find two powerful women in the same space that got two white husbands?
Yeah.
Husband's white.
I didn't even know her husband was white.
Yeah. So like Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. I knew her.
Harris. My fault. No disrespect to the vice president. Kamala Harris and her both had white husbands. Like, I'm just putting stuff out there. I'm like, well, dang, that's crazy. Interesting.
Yeah. Good. Somebody say something?
Nah.
But you know, everything's ironic. You know what's also funny about laws and politics is how a few years ago, when Donald Trump was trying to get a nominee in office, Gorsuch, or a nominee in the Supreme Court, Gorsuch, who's a Supreme Court justice to this day, the Republicans actually changed the voting criteria for the confirmation. Whereas you had to have 60 votes total and have a majority rule. They broke it down to just a straight, once you get the 51 votes, you good.
Yep. So that's their rule they messed up on now.
So they adjusted it just to get somebody in.
Yeah.
Which obviously benefited this nomination. And that's really where people start to talk about like how important it is to be affiliated with a party and how the party politics matters, like, and how trickery it is. And that's why we need to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem, because you have these party politics where a bunch of people, that's why so many white men put up with Trump's nonsense, because they're pooling. It's kind of to the point where Lee was making before when he went like this with the white men, right? So they pool. Everything is a pool. If we pool together, we'll have power, even if I don't like you. But if our agendas are similarly aligned, I don't care.
They'll work together.
Because then that gives us as white men dominance. So I know when I'm not with you, wherever I go, I got power just because I'm the white man. So I'm always going to be the strongest because collectively they know we are in control of everything. And we have our leagues and our connections. But that's what the politics do. And then they're able to just say, okay, well, we need to get him in so the Republicans can have another Supreme Court justice. So let's all pull together again to change the law.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got this law changed, and now we could take things to another level. You know, and that's the trickery about as time goes on, when if there's ever an opportunity to vote or put a movement towards getting rid of that party system, it should be all about that, because that's what makes voting impure. Mm-hmm. That's why I, for so long, didn't vote. I was like, this is not, and especially once I found out in college about the electoral college, I was done.
Right.
I never even considered registering to vote after that. After I learned that concept, that you really don't decide who the president is, the electoral college does. The popular vote just gets taken into consideration. I was like, I'll never do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is a sham. You know, so, but it's really, as my thought developed, the bigger problem is collectively how we do a two-party system. That's what really makes it crazy. But that's why you kind of also have an electoral college. It gives that somewhat balance, but even that's not fair because nobody knows who these people are. So you don't know if it's real. It could be Batman and Santa Claus deciding.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? So it's like,
the same people running.
Yep. I mean, think about it, right? Why it had two presidents come from the same family in the United States?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I feel something about that.
This is not
What was the question?
So how come two presidents recently, the Bushes, how come the president and his father and the son was president and the other son ran for president? Like, you telling me only a couple families got smart people in it?
Obama is Bush's cousin.
Who?
Obama.
Really?
Yeah, they
Bush's
have the
cousin.
same grandparents.
Really?
Didn't know that.
Google it.
Okay. I gotta
I'll look it up.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, every day.
Cousins, you say, right?
They cousins.
I don't know if they're cousins. I'm assuming they're cousins. I know they're like family. They have
like second cousin. Ain't no way. They cousins.
Obama's white side is like they share like a grandma or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like stuff like that, right? Still, like that's the family don't get too far away. You know what I mean?
Remember the Kennedys,
right?
Forever. They were everywhere.
Yeah,
governors, they were everything.
You tell me they're the only smart people in the world?
The Kennedys ran America for a minute. They had America on lock for a period of time. That's why they killed.
I'm about to say that's why they cat boys.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, he knew too much.
Too much. Yeah, too much.
Like, bro, you too powerful. You know too much. Got to go. And that's the whole system we're dealing with, you know. And I believe that for true. First, I don't trust anything the government does. I don't trust anything that they say to us, because why would they tell us the truth? There's no point there for them to tell us the truth. There would never be any top secret things, right?
Yeah.
If they could just tell us the truth. They know it's corrupt, you know. If the people find this out, it's gonna be crazy. But back to Judge, what you're talking about, right?
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Brown Jackson. See, I haven't even heard. I mean, I've heard it, but I'm not into this space, so I apologize for not having her name correct. I will get that. But one thing that is great about that, and which is in her DNA, I am sure, is once a Black woman gets her position, bro, she's solidified in that space, bro. You know what I'm saying? And she will own it 1,000%. She ain't gonna fold for nobody. You know what I'm saying? She gonna hold her spot down. And they think of try to do anything. No, I've been here, I'm here, and that's it, bro. And she gonna run that space. So if she do that, like that's what we looking for, yo. Like even Black men, we got Clarence Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like he a Republican type of person, whatever it is, but he not really for us. Obviously, with the woman he married to and how she talking. But like that's one thing that we know that's dependable about like Black women, the spirit of that motherhood and that earth and just love will resonate even more in that space. So we know those decisions hopefully will be made with that type of energy.
Well, one thing that speaks to what you're talking about is when a Supreme Court justice makes a decision, a vote, or picks a side on something, they have to write out their reasoning behind it. Mm-hmm. And they write this out, which becomes, public information. And then what ends up often happening is a lot of these things get studied. So they get studied by law schools and different things like that. So to your point, all of that will be in what she writes. Yeah. And I promise you, to your point also, she's going to have some of the best interpretations and explanations mm-hmm. that really now will include, us mm-hmm. and really true heartfelt thought about us. Mm-hmm. All those decisions that she'll make and taking that in consideration. And now other people will have an opportunity to study what she writes.
Yeah.
Interpret it, think about it, discuss it, and it'll impact people's thought mm-hmm. moving forward. Because again, it's going to be lawyers. It's going to be future lawmakers that are coming right behind her. Mm-hmm. So that's the beauty of it. That's why I'm very excited and happy, and feels good to have her in that position. So yeah.
It's gonna be it's dope, man. That's the female Thurgood Marshall.
Yes.
Right, and we living through it again,
So celebrate her, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Yes. So we got a quote of the day.
Dominique, are you prepared for the quote of the day? Like I kind of figured that she wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of already made sure I did that.
You just doubted me. We haven't done a podcast in a minute.
I understand. Everybody has a role, right?
Just preparation, Dominic. That's it.
Like, I know. Did you read the schedule?
Not really. No, I was out and about today, actually. So when I hopped on here is when I just got home.
That's all right, Dominique. It's our first time on this platform, and we're happy to have you here. But I'm happy to fill in for the quote of the day for you. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. I am responsible. That's why I should rephrase this. We are responsible for what we say, not for what others understand. So when we say things and we talk about when we talk about things to ourselves, don't worry about how people interpret what you say. If you're saying it with passion, with truth, and with love, it doesn't matter how people interpret or understand what you're saying. You putting out what you're putting out. Never doubt that.
Yes. I love it.
Right.
Powerful. All right. Another dope episode.
All right.
Platform.
That was dope.
Yes, it was. But to our audience, we appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for joining us on the P1 Reality Check podcast. We signing off the crew. Give our names one more time. I'm your boy, your man, Mark Fresh.
Maya. Go down the line. Come on.
Was I supposed to go second, or am I supposed to go second? I don't know, but it's cool.
I don't know what happened.
Nobody said anything.
Yeah,
So
right.
I just
No,
went ahead.
like, we didn't close. We never closed before. You know what I'm saying? so we haven't practiced that. You know what I'm saying? So it's an awkward moment. You know.
And make sure y'all tell y'all aunt, y'all uncle, y'all cousin.
Yes.
Subscribe to the Reality Check P1, and we are out.
We didn't know because Dominique didn't do the thing.